of speed. This is the Christmas special. Yeah.
I would assume that Matt has accidentally ripped
Yep,
his mic.
I've also, in my pure amazement and enjoyment, Blades, I've ripped out my mic as well. So excellent start to
Right,
proceedings. Yeah, that sort of ruined my introduction, but alongside me for the first time, I think, maybe ever.
Yeah, second time.
Second time. We did Abu Dhabi, of course. Yes. Second time ever. Blades has returned to the commentary box.
Yeah, short stint out. Well,
seems
12
like.
weeks.
Yeah, I was going to say, seems like forever.
To be back now, excited to do the Christmas special again.
The Christmas special.
Over years I've been in contests of speed, I've done the Christmas special on commentaries.
Oh, and we've had our first.
Yeah,
I've just seen that. That is an excellent start. Cookie is the furthest one, I think, on the track. Yeah, that's right. Eat the cookie. This is the return of an ex-EU3 Champione, ex-EU1 driver that left at the start of the season. Glad to see Cookie back in the orange machine. And for those of you who've been around, that's where it all began. The nice orange machine that he's racing in.
Oh no. It began in the yellow and black machine.
Yes, it did.
But he has seen his most success in that orange boy. We'll be looking to replicate it today in the Campos of Guilherme Samaya.
Yes. Blades, can you invite Amir277 back, please? He has unfortunately been kicked from the session, which is not a great start. Amir is going to be, well, he's one of our drivers waiting on the waiting list at the moment, I think, for EU3. Yeah, we're supposed to have a full grid, but apparently some people, yeah.
We do have a confirmed date.
Yes, we do. We do have a confirmed date. Joel will be joining us during quali. I need to remember that I'm the one that's actually doing something, and Muzza has already. We'll move on just for Muzza's sake.
I don't think he's got any damage though, so he should be able to go on that set of times.
Very quickly. There's a lot of guys that have put some practice in, which is good. And they will be, well, waiting in anticipation. I was going to see if Clausen was going to go on a lap, but he's not going to. He hasn't got a front wing, so a few guys struggling. Probably more in the lower speed corners, like IFR Golden, who is on the waiting list for EU3 at the moment. So this was extended out to the COS community, so anyone can join. So we have a vast array of drivers. I presume that will be one of...
Speaking of the devil, and he shall appear, Joel has arrived.
Joel has arrived, and someone else has arrived. And I believe it could be... Yes,
as long as they're friendly and clean.
I mean, we're glad to have him.
The more the merrier.
Yeah, the more the merrier. I'm not gonna say no. Should be an interesting quali session, but you've done some running, haven't you, in the cars?
I've done a little bit of running just to see how they handle it, and they are very, very twitchy on the back end at times.
You would love to see. Well, I think there's going to be what's the word I'm looking for here? Some Spinale and Raggy. Well, Raggy's going to have to wait then. He's already retired from the qualifying, so
yeah, and that is at like
interesting. Lacombe.
Yeah.
That is a very strange place to lose it, let alone in an F2 car. So obviously the format for this evening. Go on. I know what you're going to say.
I was just going to say he probably lost it on traction coming out of the corner, go out on the curb and riding on board with Jay Prentice in the eye. I think he may have just got out on the curb on the outside and hit the wall to the left.
Yeah, usually very difficult, as we said, on lower speed corners. IFR Golden's going to be the second person that's going to complete a lap. Cookie has pumped in the 55.1 and Golden's gone with a 57 flat.
So you were, before I rudely interrupted yourself, you were explaining the
format for this evening. Format is usual F2 format. Thanks to Captain Limmy, our EU1 commentator, who has more experience of F2 runnings than I do. He recommended this strategy, or this format that we're going to use tonight. It's 30-minute qualifying. It's then a 50% feature race and a 50% sprint race, which works out to 13 laps in the feature, I believe, and 9 laps in the sprint.
Yeah, so it should take roughly about 80 minutes to get it all done.
It should be 80 minutes to get it all done. It is a very long lap round Spa compared to... That is in the pitch. Interesting. Or are some guys already playing this tactically and setting themselves up for a reverse grid pole in the sprint race, but I don't know why you would do that.
I don't know why you'd retire, because reverse grid pole is PA.
You never know.
Got a lot of work to do.
Let's give you some information background whilst we're watching, still on board with Golden, who is just improving at the moment. We have COS Nicholas, who is in AM1. We have, I don't know why it's gone to Clausen there. We have Eat to Cookie, ex-COS driver. Rumours on the streets he could return. You never know with George. You never know.
Just to interrupt you, Spud has gone off.
His teammate for this evening, Spud, has died. There's another way of saying it. Arba is also slowing down. He is EU2 and AM1. Spud EU4. Jay Prentice, commentator in EU3. Arthur Golden is on the EU3 waiting list, so you'll wait for his actual contest of speed debut at some point. We'll be glad to have him. Muzza EU4, Clausen ex EU4, and will hopefully be returning for season 7. Or if there's a seat that opens up, it is a long. It's only 4 weeks away. It's not that far away.
Season 7 sounds mad.
It does sound mad. Herval Dennis EU3, Raggy EU4, Champione, SRS Amran. Yeah, well, can't deny the fact he is. SRS AM2, Montana EU1, Kosag EU3, Rage EU3, Shane EU4, Joel EU4. Flynn Finisher is a friend of Emir. Emir is waiting on EU3. Ex-Missile was waiting on EU2. So a couple of guys down the bottom in 17th, 18th, 19th that have been in the community and are fresh faces to the grid. Here's the lull in qualifying that we were expecting.
Yeah, this is sort of how F2 quali works. I know a lot of the guys in COS they enjoy watching the F2, the support races on the weekend. The way F2 qualifying sort of works is the drivers all go out, do about 10-15 minutes on their first set of tyres, come back in, and then they start running. Because in F2 there is no tyre blankets, like you see.
Raggy, I don't know what you need to do for half an hour. Possibly not crash. That probably would have helped you to be in. It's not like I've mentioned this format for a couple of days, but we'll move on. So Clausen. No, that's all right. No tyre blankets. So what? These guys got a general.
The tyres through the heat cycle.
Interesting.
So it's usually a few laps. I don't know if it works the same way in the game where the tyres come out pretty cold, but very tough on traction, very tough to get the heat in them. That's why in real F2 you often see 3 or 4 sort of out laps, preparation laps before they actually get up to full speed.
board with Clausen, who's just probably like some of these guys actually testing for the first time, which is a little bit can be a little bit scary. Joel has retired. Oh, Clausen's just dropped it.
Yeah, Joel at the same place as Raggy.
Interesting. So Lecom seems to be
claiming a few victims.
Touch it. Oh, no, not again. We shall wait for his car just to re-emerge, hopefully. Let's go on board with...
Rage Snipes is just about to start out.
That would be lovely. I don't know why the spectate thing is going a bit radio rental, but we move on. So Rage Snipes into turn 1, shall we? Let's do a lap round Belgium.
You know all the corner names?
Yeah, we'll go with it.
We'll go with it, and I'll try and help you.
Radion Rouge, actually. Radion, actually. Top, yeah, that bit. There. Now the camel straight. DRS is wide open. No ERS, so it is literally driver skill and the DRS to help them. Brakes about the 50-metre board, turns into the first part of Lugam, and hasn't lost it like a couple of guys have already to the outside. And a difficult braking point here at the hairpin. This is Brussels.
Yeah, that's Brussels.
Then no name. We've just gone through there on the outside. Very nicely taken into Pouon. Same with F1 cars. Be careful not to touch too much curb on the inside because it just does like a bit of a spinale. So avoid that curb there. Now flick into another right and then a left. I don't know what the names are now, but I'm just going to keep going.
Lafania.
Ooh, very posh. Now another right-hander through here, opening up onto sector 3. Important for a good exit. Oh, and we've just invalidated on the exit. That's annoying.
Yeah, I think the issue was there for Rage. He tried to take it flat, and it's not flat in Formula 2 cars.
Especially these ones. The front is a bit of a boat. Just a little bit.
Lap around Spur in the Felipe Drogovic Mobile.
Yes, indeed.
I have to say, really impressed with this season. It's not going to real Formula 2.
No, we will go and in search for someone else. Let's have a look at what is Jay Prentice up to. Jay Prentice is up to a lap, that's what he's up to, in the Callum Islet Mobile. Obviously representing a local hero in his neck of the woods of the UK, in the east of England, and obviously in a different colour to Hersey, who's his teammate, because Callum Islet is a Ferrari Academy driver. And second,
I must say, very unlucky.
well, very unlucky. We all know the political and economic
advantages.
Yes, that come with F1 and certain drivers and certain countries. But we'll move on before we get too controversial, because I know what's going to happen.
Politics.
Yes, yeah, it's a tricky place to get to. Just making sure that we have everyone. There's nothing bad that's happened in terms of someone needs a new invite. I can't see anything, which is good. This is what we've got. So yeah, these F2 cars, a lot of people moaning a little bit. Well, I don't know, I wouldn't say moaning, but finding the 2021's a bit more of a boat at the front end.
That's certainly what I found. In the few laps that I did, it felt like it was a bit, I don't know, very understeered.
The rear end seems to be a little bit more stable than what it was last year in terms of sensitivity out of a corner, as Jay Prentice has a moment. Drives up to line, that does a 56.5.
The thing is, with these guys not really paying attention to F2 very much, it might be that they don't know the tyre rules, so they're just pushing
Well,
like it was an F1 quali session, like
Well,
they would normally do.
you could probably do what, 2 or 3 runs on a tyre?
You can definitely do multiple runs on a tyre.
You've just got to be careful how much you use for each tyre. Flying the Flynn finisher. I don't know why I want to say flying the fin. It just in my head just wants to say flying fin.
Matrix was unfortunately unable to join us.
He would have been definitely our flying fin. We haven't done.
Very own.
The good news is, I don't know who that person is, but we have somehow got 19 people in the server.
Full grid.
It would be a full grid. I just don't want people getting kicked out. Fingers crossed. It was invite only, so. But we'll move. Yeah, so Flynn finisher there with a 55.9 that puts him in the top 6. Only half the guys, well, just over half the guys have set a lap.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Seemed to be a challenge in the traction zones and out the slow corners to actually get any purchase from these cars. So certainly looking interesting.
It should have been open, Spud. It was on invite only, pretty sure. Anyway, if there's a problem when we get to it, I can always just restart, grab people's positions, and we'll go from there. COS Nicholas currently leading the time, Spud. Not Spud, Blades. Oh, my head. You can tell it's been near the end of the season. It's nearly Christmas.
It's near the end of the season, it's near the end of the year.
It's nearly Christmas. I'm burnt out.
It's been a long year.
My head is turned into mush this week.
I feel like it's nice for these guys getting a chance to relax and have a little bit of fun at the end of the year. A bit of celebration in a very tough year, so.
Let's see. See, I haven't done that yet. That's revealed something. I've gone from detail none to detail best fitted. Actually, no, yeah, best, which is Cookie's done a 55.1 on the mediums, by the way. Look at that magic.
Obviously, there is a mandatory pit stop in the feature race, so that might take him places with that lap time. You never know.
Don't know why it keeps doing this. This is really going to annoy me.
Mazda there through Poem. Looks like he's having a bit of trouble getting the car to turn.
Let's go on board with Mazda. Mazda on the mediums. He set his best time on the softs. This doesn't look like it's a very big push lap.
Just a tad down on his.
I'll tell you what he's done there. He's been quite clever. Elongated that track extend so he could probably get away with it, which he has. He's coming up to the bus stop. This is going to be very close, I feel, to if he's going to improve or not.
Left it off very early there, I think.
And yeah, he's coming. Tight pit entrance. You guys going to have to watch out for that. Let's see if there's anyone else.
Oh, and Amram has the rev.
Oh, let's have a look, see if he's got it. No, he hasn't for me, so.
Oh, you are very lucky.
I will.
IFR Golden coming around still.
He will do, but I'm interested to see what Amram does, to be fair.
I'll let you take the majority of the commentary duties for that lap since I can't watch it.
Who can't you? Oh, what, Amram?
Yeah, got a rev glitch.
Oh. Well, you think you'd have sorted that by now. That would be nice. Oh! George! What have you done?
Has he smashed the car?
No, he's picked up a 5-place grid penalty for illegal blocking. Now, who would that be for? not really, because he was looking good with his mediums tyres up there. I'll go back to fitted so see what they're currently on. SRS through the first sector already, down towards the headwind, just marginally down, ever so slightly. But a lot of time can be lost and gained, I feel, especially through the traction zones in these cars. John?
Cookie was letting someone through and he gave him a grid penalty.
Okay. Well, I'm probably going to start a new lobby, I think, after this. Because of a couple of guys that have joined. I think that would be a sensible idea. I will be. Maybe Kelster. I know you're sitting there in the pits. Come on, get out there. I could give you some airtime. Can't give you airtime if you're all in the pits. What's the point in that? SRS does improve a 55.3, puts him above our bar. Montana, there we go. Didn't see that one coming. 53.5. I was quite looking forward to this evening until Alp told me an hour or two before I now can't race. Would have been Montana, Alp and Nicholas fighting for what would be the win. No disrespect to everyone else, but the calibre of those drivers.
And Cookie.
He's a bit rusty. He's a bit rusty.
Is that Montana in the Delatrosmobile?
Question mark. Also
yes,
high pitchedness from your voice.
He is in the Delatrosmobile.
No, Blades, you can't have airtime, you're not here. How can I do that? Literally impossible.
I get all the airtime. I get to speak. I'll jump in the car and do some in-race commentary though.
Ex-missile is not doing anything. Well, we'll see what happens. Don't think you can. No, Codemasters is fantastic. Oh no, you can maybe.
It's only if
there's two. I have two spots, Sato and Lacey, but I can't see them.
Yeah, which don't exist.
Which is annoying. Yeah, so
if we do restart, we don't get a full grid.
I have a love-hate relationship for this game.
Oh, it's a great game. 24.
So you offer, what was it, 22 drivers for F2, and you can't have 24 man lobbies.
But you can't have 24 man lobbies.
It is.
I love
fantastic.
This game.
I love this game. Yeah, so this is what we're going to do. I'm going to make the decision. I'm going to do it now. I am going to take the qualifying results. We will then do a custom grid with 50% feature, 50% sprint. Hopefully then, well, hopefully Codemasters will then do reverse grid. Otherwise that's going to be a bit of a nightmare. It should.
The F2 format is in the game. It's programmed in the game. So
and we will sort that all out.
Obviously we are going to give them a chance to qualify up until the end of the session.
Yes, of course. So we'll do qualifying up to the end of the session. We will back out, reset the lobby.
At which point we will find out. I imagine that Montana has scored the first points of tonight's event.
Yes, which is 4 points. Could you do me a favour and note that down?
Yes, I will. As I was planning to anyway.
So I can add that to points at the end for when we had both races. Cookie's 1.1 seconds up at the moment.
That would put him P2. 6 tenths ahead of Nicholas, so we should see. He's low on fuel, so this could be a perfectly timed lap for the Campos COS driver.
I mean, I'm going to restart Montana, because what happens if one of these guys take you out? I don't know. I know what's going to happen, you're then going to moan at me. So, I'm just doing it for the sake of doing it. Okay?
And as we expected, P2 for
doing it for the guys that are within the COS community, doing it for your benefit rather than
hopefully
well, yeah,
eject any miscreants.
I wouldn't say they're miscreants, they seem to behave themselves, but the whole trusting people, isn't it? This is what the world has come to. Arbar is finishing his lap, and let's see if he improves. Coming to the bus stop now.
Marginally up through the first 2 sectors, so let's see how he goes.
Oh no, doesn't improve.
Half a tenth to him, in fact.
Let's go with Amir. Let's see how Amir's getting on. Let's give him some airtime. He's waiting to join COS as we speak, which is good for. I mean, be great to see him in our league at some point. It's just a matter of when. Trying to fit into EU3, which is difficult because EU3 this season has been pretty stable in terms of drivers along this long and what seems to be never-ending season of 22 races. There is 3 races in EU3 when we come back after Christmas and the New Year, and like most things, title finals.
Danny loves his plugs, and I take after Danny.
Go on.
There may be an EU2 race on Tuesday.
There may be
an EU2 race on Tuesday.
I
don't know. But
yeah,
it was mentioned.
Unfortunately, the track in question is there's another way of saying it. Putting off the drivers. They've got to go to Vietnam as EU2 for their.
They chose to do that.
Well, they didn't choose to do it in the first place. Cody's chose that for them. And they had to be put on hold. And Mir does his first flying lap of the session, a 56.5. I won 56.5, puts him in 10th.
He's doing a 36.5. Yep.
Then we would have problems with the lobby, because that means there's been no track extension. No exceeding track limits and all that. Anyone else? Let's have a look. Let's go.
No, he's not back out.
No, I'm going to go on board with X Missile. He's also just doing his first time lap of the session.
Right, yeah, in the Giotto Mobile. Race winning car, I believe, this season.
F2's been exciting. I've definitely watched a bit more of it this year. Bahrain outer circuit. Please, can we have that back next season? Please. It's not going to happen, but we need it. That was a great race weekend in general, both F2 and F1.
57.2 fast. Not too bad.
Okay. I will get that sorted.
I completely
Whoa! Yeah, you needed. So
53 far.
50 Montana. Anyone else out there? Hersey's still out there. Hersey is improving. A 10th up. Just about gets it stopped. Through the last corner, DRS to the line, last time session off the qualifying and does a 55.0. Matt, please say the right numbers. Please.
You're not having a good time with it.
No, I'm not. It's just not going according to plan. But that is the end of qualifying. Yeah, it's been a long year. So, Montana Cookie, who's going to have to drop 5 places, he's not going to be happy about that. Nicholas Hersey, SRS. Arbar Muzzer, the Flynn finisher. Spud, Amir, J. Prentice, Golden, X-Missile, Clausen, Raggy, Nick Evan, Kelster, Rage Snipes, Shane, and Joel. That is it. Montana gets 4 points for picking up pole. We will be, well, hopefully, a couple of minutes and we will get this all sorted. And Matt didn't take a picture. Oh yeah. That's
I've got the recording, mate.
Nah, don't worry, but that's what the stream's for. That's what the stream's for. Yeah, well, I think a lot of them are. I've got to now do it this way. No. There we go. And we're gonna go. Sorted. Yep. Yep. Cool. That's all off. Beautiful. Right, so at the track we are Belgium. I need to. Hang on, I've just realised what I've done. Someone's going to pick me up for it. So, let's invite all these lovely people. Having people ping me left, right, centre. There it is. Right. So we want Amir, Hersey, Golden, Clausen, Shane, J. Prentice, Montana, Raggy, Arbar, SRS, Kelster, Muzzer, Cookie, Joel, Spud. Nah, mix it up, be funny. You know what's gonna happen? They're all fighting for Yeah, they were. That was the problem. So, what? Oh, there's gonna be tears. There is gonna be tears. Oh, you just stolen it. Don't do that to them. I need to invite Nicholas. We're doing this the hard way. Have you got... Oh, don't worry, I'll do it. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. Slowly and surely.
I think everyone is picking the same cars so far.
Looking for Swarner. Where is Swarner?
Spots left. I assume it's Swan and Bowling wanted in as well.
I think Bowling just... I'm just having a look at it. Bowling has just beaten Racer by 1 minute. Unlucky Racer. I'm sorry. He's not going to be happy.
Make sure to apply Cookie's penalty.
I will have to apply Cookie's penalty. Everyone seems to be here.
Yes.
Which is good. We are just... I will invite Bowling. Then I can do the grid. Eventually. Another IFR. So yeah, it's the Danish invasion. The Danish invasion. Right, let's sort this grid out. Now, do I feel sorry for George or not? Nah. It's I need to get out of spectator, otherwise I can't do it. It's impossible. So it was Montana on pole. Then it is Nicholas. Then Hersey. Then SRS. Then Arbar. Then Muzzer. In P. 7. No, sorry, he's in P6. So he's in P6, Cookie P7, P8 will be sparred. Amir is then behind him. I felt golden. Missile. Clausen. Be there. Raggy. Green Coaster. Rage Snipes. Woo. Shane. Joel. Swarner. Bowling. Done. Confirm changes. Let's be generous if someone disconnects. There you go. Done. Sorted. Right. That wasn't too difficult. That was not too difficult. We've eventually got there. Yep. Tell the guys to ready up, and we will try again.
Make sure you spectate.
I will make sure I can spectate. Right, let's try take 2. That wasn't too difficult. Sorry everyone. Faux pas, absolute faux pas. Although, I'm going to make sure that they can hear me before I say this. Although, at least I haven't got my mic muted for an entire Christmas special like someone has done. So it could be worse. It could be a lot worse.
A certain person telling me that he did that.
So, feature race, Belgium, 13 laps. Then, well, let's see if Codemasters actually does it. Reverse grid for then the sprint race. That is from 1st to 8th, where that order gets changed around. Montana will have his 4 points added on at the end of both sessions. Formation lap is on. This is where there's now not a formation lap. Formation lap is on, so at least the drivers can have some kind of lap around Spa without binning it. Other than that, usual areas of concern blades, Rally on La Rouge, Pouon, and yeah, a few other corners.
Like it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like Lecon. We've already lost a couple of people there. No spinners at Pouon, from what I saw, which does surprise me a little bit.
I will say, the pit stop times here in these cars are a lot higher than they would be in F1.
They are very long.
Some 1 minute pit stops.
From what I have seen, pit lane time can be anywhere around 30 seconds. Thank you, Limmy, for that information that you sent to me on that document. That was very helpful. He runs his own F2 series, and also helps us out on comms in the U1, so great to have him. You also may see him around other leagues. What? Oh, you're kidding me. Oh, my life!
This Codemasters F1 race to happen.
Oh, great. I love this game. I can't now exit either, so it's me. Is your session, are you doing anything?
No.
Right. I will leave everyone and